very, very cool feature. So this is, again, this is the Learn World music. And what I'm going to do now is get into the Play World music. And Play World music is the other, it comes with the software. There's just two separate programs. So now in this software, it's a little bit of a different approach where you're actually creating so look, here's the teaching resources. So again, this is what I mean by you're actually creating. This is a perfect opportunity if you have world music percussion instruments in your classroom. This is a great way to get the students to learn how to play them. So here's an agogo. When you click on it, it shows you the music. You can print this out to show your students the rhythms. And when you go back to the menu, and you can see the video.
Playing world rhythms. This is how to run a lesson. To prepare the lesson, use your teacher's guidebook. It provides advice and resources required, the lesson objectives, and lesson suggestions.
All of this is included in the software, all these lessons. So if I go into the lessons area, it says choose a lesson. So I'm going to click on, let's do the samba. You can choose the instruments that you'd like. Find out how to play them. You click on it, and it brings up a video.
The surdo is a large Brazilian drum played in samba music. You get different tones depending on how long the mallet remains on the skin of the drum after striking. You can also use the other hand to dampen the skin.
Again, there's great videos on how to play all these different instruments.
The go-go bell. These provide a distinct Latin American sound. You hear it played in samba music. There are two different pitches.
So if I go back onto the lesson now, it brings up the familiar O generator, and now the students can create rhythms, and either you can print them out and have them play the printed appropriate rhythms, or have them make their own rhythms. But this is a really great way to tie in learning about world music and then playing it in that style. And what's kind of cool here, and you may see in the upper left-hand corner, you can actually see what it looks like you can export your finished product as a notation file. It exports it as an XML file so that you can open it up in something like Print Music or Finale 2011. That's pretty cool. By the way, the new things on here that you may say, what are all these things? You can actually change the look and feel of the circle, these urban lights, party purple, black and white. It's just a look and feel kind of thing. Pretty hip though, and you can go around here and change the different make your own world music rhythms. So I'm going to stop here and see if there are any. I'm almost out of time, believe it or not. So are there any questions? If you can raise your hand if you have one. Okay, so getting back into then the presentation that I had, to me, and kind of giving you some curricular integration strategies, this piece of software is, if you only have one computer in your classroom, it's perfect with a smartboard or a Promethean or any interactive whiteboard. You have it up on the screen, and the students can come up and actually compose in that circular pattern by using either their finger. Actually, that's exactly what they'd use. They'd put their finger on those circles and go up and down to choose the different instruments. I just showed you the world music one, but you could also do that obviously with the learning to compose. So that's in a one computer classroom. In kind of a computer lab, both software titles have self-guided instruction where the students can go through the lessons at their own pace, and you as a teacher could also show them how the interface works and let them do some kind of sonic exploration, have them make up their own pieces, either letting them do their own thing or you structuring it and talking about strong and weak beats, talking about chord structures, talking about song form. All of that can be done in that circle format with using the measure tool at the bottom. And the other thing you could do, especially in that world music, is by having, and this is one of the things when the folks from O Music came over to show us the software, have the students in the classroom with world instruments in their hands and have them play each other's patterns, and have them, even though it's really about 2 steps away from traditional notation, having the students kind of play in that circle format once they're familiar with it, and saying, all right, well, you're going to play on beats 1 and 3, or pad 1 and 9, can certainly work. And the videos that are in the O Music website, or on the O Music website, are fantastic. That show students in British schools doing that. One thing I'd like to also show you is if you go to omusic.com, which is it's actually omusic, o-music.tv. This is, they have you can try lessons out on your own. You can play an online version of the software. So if you want to test this out before purchasing, this is where you can do it. Again, in the United States, we're the only source for the software. And just to give you an idea on pricing, the Learning to Compose is $69. World Music, African Latin is $79, but the minute you start buying multiple packs of it, for example, a site license 10-pack, a 20-pack, the price goes down pretty significantly. So I would urge you to reach out to your Soundtree representative and ask them questions about pricing and that kind of thing. Any questions before, because I'm just about out of time. Any questions? All right, well, at this point, then, I'm going to turn it over to Jason Panucci, who has some things he'd like to share with